Hi everyone, this is Sky, and today's video is about asexuality in the LGBT plus community. In this hyper-sexualized community, there isn't enough dialogue about asexuality. It can be very uncomfortable to be bombarded by sex in LGBT events, pride parades, etc. I can't recall ever seeing any asexual representation in any of the pride events I've gone to in the LGBT plus community. And I don't remember any representation of asexuals in any LGBT plus groups that I have been a part of over the years. Thanks to a lack of education and a lack of spectrum representation in the LGBT community, asexuality is ignored, dismissed, and people don't think it's real. But contrary to popular belief, asexuality is a thing, whether people believe it or not. I was at an LGBT plus event yesterday, and I talked to the group about asexuality. And to the surprise of no one, a sexual person came up to me and wondered why asexuality should even belong in the acronym. Asexuals who identify themselves as being a part of the LGBT plus community feel alienated, alone, confused, and think that they don't belong. It's 100% not okay to make asexuals feel unwelcome in the LGBT plus community. It is 100% infuriating that LGBT plus events don't include asexuality in the conversations, and being surrounded by sex talk can and have led to compulsory sexual behavior. An asexual may think, well, maybe there's something wrong with me, but that is not true. Asexuality is a sexual orientation, just like any other orientation. Well, except for the lack of sexual attraction to people. And like sexual orientations that are anything besides heterosexual, there is stigma, misinformation, erasure, acephobia, harassment, and violence toward asexual people. Here are a list of things you should never say to an asexual. 1. Oh, you're just confused. Number 2. You're too young to know your sexuality. Number 3. You'll grow out of it. Number 4. Asexual? That's such an extreme. Did you just get out of an abusive relationship? Number 5. You just haven't met the right person yet. Number 6. What? You've never had sex? Why don't you just try it? Number 7. That's not something humans can be. Number 8. Do you think you have a hormone problem? Maybe there's something wrong with your reproductive organs. Number 9. Were you sexually abused as a child? Number 10. Are you sure you're not just depressed? And number 11. You're just straight. Stop trying to be special. For those who want to be good allies to asexuals, here is my advice. Number 1. When an asexual comes out to you, be happy for them. Number 2. Be grateful that they chose you to come out to. They probably trust you that you'll be their ally. Number 3. Be supportive by validating their identity and sticking up for asexuals when people start blabbing acephobic statements to you. Now, for those who want to be respectful to asexuals. Here is my advice on what you shouldn't say to an asexual. Number 1, do not ask an asexual if they have been sexually abused. Do you know how triggering that can be? Number 2, do not ask an asexual if their reproductive organs are working properly. Number 3, do not ask an asexual if they've ever had sex. Number 4, do not tell an asexual to give sex a try to see if they like it or not. Number 5, do not tell an asexual that they haven't met the right person yet, because that's very presumptuous, rude, and also possibly triggering. Number 6, do not tell an asexual to see a doctor to get their sexual orientations checked, because that's dumb. Number 7, do not ask an asexual about their relationship history. Number 8, do not invalidate an asexual's orientation by saying that there's something wrong with them. Number 9, do not try to diagnose an asexual and say that you're doing so because you care about their health. Number 10, do not assume that everyone in the LGBT plus community is sexual by default. And finally, remember that asexual people can still love others, that some asexuals have romantic relationships, very committed platonic relationships, and get married, that some asexuals still want affection, like cuddling, holding hands, and kissing, that asexuals are not robots without any emotions, and asexuals are not as rare as you think.